Namaste, Green Wave. It's Miss Amy. And today we are going to learn basic yoga movement. So in the Sanskrit language of yoga, the word asana means pose. So today we are going to practice basic asana moves that you can do anywhere at any time. You're welcome to use a mat. You could use a towel. You could be sitting on your couch. You could be outside in your yard. But everything today, we are just going to use our body to move, to feel more connected to our breath. So no props are needed for this video. And I encourage you, after we're done practicing yoga together, that you pick 5 of your favorite poses and record them on Seesaw as if you were teaching me or our classmates. So you can pick 5 of your favorite poses to design your very own yoga asana sequence. So again, the word asana means the poses, right? But before we begin with all of our movement, it's so important to connect to our breath because our breath is our power. And no matter where you go, you are always breathing. So no matter what the situation is, we can always tune into our breath. So sometimes when we feel stressed out or worried or anxious, we're breathing like this, and we're in our sympathetic nervous system or fight or flight. But just by taking a deep breath, it activates these nerve endings at the bottom of our belly that creates the parasympathetic nervous system of rest and digest. So as we begin, I'm going to teach you a breathing technique called the 5-2-5 breath. And what that is means we are going to breathe in for 5 deep breaths to the count of 5. We're going to hold our breath for the count of 2. And then we're going to exhale our breath for the count of 5. So watch me first, and then I'll guide you through it, and we'll do it together. All right, you ready, Green Wave? Here we go. So breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold your breath, 1, 2. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job, everyone. So let's try that together 3 times. All right, again, this is the 5-2-5 breath. You can tune into this wherever you go. So here we go. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold your breath, 1, 2. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 1, 2. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 1, 2. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful job, everyone. Just take a moment to notice how you feel. And you can practice that exercise, the 5-2-5 breath, with your hands at your heart. I like to call this the heart breath. Or you could always have your hands on your belly for your balloon breath. Or you could have one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart as you breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 1, 2. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then with our hands on our belly, it would simply be breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 1, 2. Breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then with our heart breath, hands to your heart, breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 1, 2. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful job, everyone. So we can tune into our breath. Perhaps you find the 5-2-5 breath breathing technique soothing. And it's okay if you found that hard. The more you practice it, the better you get at it. And our breath in Sanskrit is called prana. So that is a pranayama. Pranayama means our breathing exercise technique. So We can practice this wherever we go. And now we're going to connect our breath to our movement, to our poses today. So wonderful job, everyone. So as you begin, bring your hands together. Fire it up, breathing in, feel your sunshine, feel your peace. Breathing in, maybe close your eyes, breathing out. Amazing. And then if you'd like, you can also add your feet together. Can you rub your feet and your hands together at the same time as you breathe in? And breathe out. Good job. Wake up your body, wake up your mind. And then on your next breath, come to center. We'll come to a butterfly pose. Bringing both of your feet together, you can flutter your butterfly wings just like this. They can flip flop. Or maybe you're a butterfly on a flower and you slowly start to forward fold and your nose comes closer to your toes as you breathe in. You can also reach your arms out in your butterfly forward fold. You can also be a butterfly with your wings on your shoulders. You can make some small movements. Maybe they're circular motions. Maybe they're going up and down with your shoulders and your arms, or maybe your wings are out wide as you breathe in and breathe out. So whatever feels good for you. You can make circles with your wrists as well. This is really good when we're Zooming. It's really important to practice self-care. Good job, everyone. Be your own butterfly. We'll stay here for 5 more nice deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Beautiful job, everyone. From our butterfly, we're going to turn into a rainbow butterfly. So we're going to keep one foot in, one foot out. Reach and stretch your arms up to the sky, and then reach and stretch to your toes. Other arm goes up and over. Breathe, reach and stretch. Create that rainbow, breathing in and breathing out. You're welcome to stay here. If you wanted to add in a twist, you would take your hand to your knee as you breathe in and breathe out. So again, do what feels best for you. You can even reach for your wrist instead of your foot. You could also do this too. This gives our lungs more room to expand so we can breathe better, we can run faster, have more energy, more endurance, more stamina. And then on our next breath, our hand that's to the sky, we're going to high five the ground, swivel up onto our knee, and then we're going to turn into a stargazer. Reach and stretch your arm up to the sky. And here's where we can play with it. You know, we can get creative with our movement, with our practice. We can reach and stretch our arm over our ear. We can make big circles as we breathe in and breathe out. If you go in one direction, be sure you go in the other direction, breathing in and breathing out. If you want to challenge your balance, keep your eyes looking at something that's not moving. You'll gently start to lift your foot up. Maybe you balance here. You could also reach for your ankle. You never know what you could do until you try as you breathe in and breathe out. So lots of different options here for your stargazer pose. And then we'll all fly back down to that butterfly. Come back to your butterfly. Maybe on this butterfly, you flutter the wings. Maybe you forward fold. You could even be more of a diamond butterfly, moving your feet away from you and forward fold just like this. Or you can bring your arms under your shins and come into your butterfly this way. Maybe you create your own, right? So we can learn from each other as we practice these poses, because our body changes every day. So what might feel great one day might not feel great the next day. So again, always listen to your body. You are your greatest teacher. And then nice and gently on our next breath, whatever butterfly you are, we'll slowly come up. We'll reach and stretch our other leg out. So whatever we do to one side, we always do to the other. Reach and stretch those arms up to the sky. Smile, share your shine. Reach and stretch over to your toes. Other arm up and over. Breathing in. Feel a nice side body stretch. Breathing in. Breathing out. And if you did the twist, be sure you do the twist on the other side too. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then on your next breath, as we come back through to center, the hand that's to the sky is gonna high five the ground. You're gonna swivel up onto your knee, reach and stretch your arms up to the sky, stargazer pose. And if this was ever uncomfortable for your knee, you could always take a blanket, a towel, or fold your yoga mat to make it more of a pillow. So always listen to your body. Again, no props are needed for today's practice, but if you wanted to, you're more than welcome to do so. Again, you can reach and stretch that arm over the ear. You can make those big circles going in both directions. Or when you're ready, you can start to balance, lifting your foot up, breathing, reaching and stretching and flexing your top foot, just like you were pressing it onto a wall. Maybe you try the balance and reach for your ankle, breathing in. You never know what you can do until you try. Breathing out. And then nice and gently, we'll all come back down to the ground, to our butterfly pose. So again, you're more than welcome to get creative with any of these shapes. Right. And then from here, we're gonna reach and stretch our legs out, just like spaghetti. So give them a shake out. And then we're gonna make some circles with our feet, circles with our hands. This is really good, especially in the summertime when it's hot out. This helps to cool down the body. So be sure you get some circular movements in. And also this helps when we're wearing flip-flops more too. So make some circles going in both directions. This also helps when we're on our devices, whether we're on our phones, our tablets, or our laptops, if we're texting or we're on our phones or devices more. Make sure we give our wrists some self-care. And then on our next breath, we're gonna come back to center, reach and stretch those arms up to the sky. Bend your knees as much as you need. We're gonna reach and stretch to our toes. It's okay if you can't reach your toes today, that's okay. Yoga meets you where you are. So maybe you reach for your ankles. Maybe it's your shins, maybe it's your knees, maybe your arms just reach by the sides of your feet. So please bend your knees as much as you need to make this work best for you as we forward fold. I like to say this turns us into spaghetti. All right, as we breathe in and breathe out. Good job, everyone. And then nice and gently, we'll slowly come back up. We're gonna turn into a boat. So to prepare for our boat pose, we're gonna bring our feet to the ground. Boat number one, we're gonna hug our knees, lift our toes. This could be your boat. Look right at your toes. Maybe you stretch your feet and they go a little higher. Maybe you try no hands. Maybe you roll your boats. You could also reach for your toes. So take your peace sign fingers, hook them around your big toes, and then reach and stretch and balance as you breathe in and breathe out. So be your own boat, whatever feels good for you. Again, you can always hug your knees. Strong body, strong mind. We're not just long branch, we're strong branch because this gets into our core strength. So we'll stay here for 5 more nice deep breaths. Whatever boat riding the green wave. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Good job, everyone. Shake it out, let it all go. From here, we're gonna turn into our tabletop. Also kind of looks like a crab. So your feet are on the ground, your fingers are gonna face your toes. Take a deep breath. Lift your hips to your tabletop or your crab pose. And always a couple choices here. You can stay here. Maybe you add some movement. You could walk forward. You could walk backwards. You could walk from side to side. You can also play with the balance here. So you can reach and stretch one leg up, make little circles with your foot, and then take your ankle to your knee as you breathe in and breathe out, staying strong here. If you wanted to add any push-ups in, you can breathe in and breathe out. Again, totally up to you. If you want to add more core work, you don't have to. Again, yoga meets you where you are. So do what feels best for you. And then we'll switch sides, breathing in, reaching and stretching your other leg up to the sky. Make some little circles with that ankle. Take your ankle to your knee so it looks like the number 4. Flex through your toes, breathing in and breathing out. And again, if you want to add in any push-ups, you're welcome to do so. Or maybe you get creative, right? You are your own teacher. So do what feels best for you. And then on our next breath, we'll all come back down to the ground. Wonderful job, green wave. Come back to a comfortable seat, so crisscross applesauce. Now we are going to learn the 6 movements of our spine. And this is so important, especially, you know, when we're Zooming more on our devices. This is really going to help us when we're playing video games, when we're back in school, and just really with any activities that we do. So in a comfortable seat, you're going to high five your knees. And we're going to start with cats and cows. So this is moving our spine front to back. So breathing in, you can smile, look up, that's your cow. And then breathing out, round your spine, tuck your chin in your chest, that's your cat. Move like you breathe in. And breathe out. You can keep your eyes open or you can close your eyes, whatever feels good for you. Making it yours. Move like you breathe breathing in. And breathing out. Don't forget to breathe. That's our prana. It's our vital life source that connects us all together. Beautiful job, everyone. Breathing in, breathing out. Again, breathing in, breathing out. One more time, breathing in, breathing out. And then coming back to center. Beautiful. Now we're going to move our spine from side to side in a couple different ways you can do this. You can first reach and stretch your arms up to the sky and then reach and stretch over to one side, kind of like a candy cane. You could reach for your wrist as you gently guide it over. You could also box your elbows as you breathe, reach and stretch. Or you can have one arm down, one arm up. So you decide what feels best for you. Breathing in and breathing out. And we've been in a similar shape before when we did our rainbow butterfly pose as well. That's another variation of this pose. Take it back to center, breathe in, reach those arms up, and then whatever we do to one side, we're going to do to the other. So reach and stretch over to the other side. Maybe you reach for your wrist. Maybe you box your elbows, or once again, one arm down, one arm up. If you're practicing with a family member, maybe you high five each other, or, you know, create some kind of connection to make a partner pose. You never know what you can do until you try. And then on our next breath, we'll all come back to center. Great job. And the last 2 movements of our spine are the twists. So you're going to take your left hand to your right knee and your right arm right behind you. You're going to look over your shoulder, smile, make a silly face to make someone else smile. Whatever feels good for you. Breathing in and breathing out. Come back to center. We're going to twist to the other side. Right hand, left knee, left arm right behind you. Look over your shoulder and twist again. Smile. Make someone else smile. And come back to center. Now, another way, a fancier way to add this twist is to do it like this. So what I'm going to do, straight from the side, I'm going to shake out my legs. So I'm going to take my right foot over my left, and then I'm going to take my right arm right behind me, and I'm going to take my left elbow to my right knee and twist. I could keep my left leg extended, or I could swing it around as well. So this is another way to twist, and I keep looking over my right shoulder. As I come back to center, I'm going to counter twist, keep my feet the same way, but now I'm going to twist over to the other side. And then come back to center, shake out my legs, and we'll do this on the other side. So I start in my staff pose. Now I'm going to take my left foot over the right, left arm behind me, right elbow to my left knee as I look over my left shoulder as I twist, as I breathe in and breathe out. And then I can take my right foot, maybe I swing it around as well. Again, so many different choices to twist. It's really up to you what feels best for you. But again, this is another way to twist without using anything but yourself. And then you'll come back to center. You'll counter twist, twist to the other side. And then come back through to center, shake it out, let it all go. So that is the 6 movements of the spine. And you can do that sitting down. You could do it, on the couch. You can do it when you're at your desk at school. You could do it in a car. You can really practice those 6 movements. So front to back, side to side, and twisting, no matter where you go. Great job, everyone. Now we're gonna add in our lion's breath, and we're gonna add in our arms. So we're gonna breathe in, reach and stretch those arms up to the sky. Breathe it out, stick out your tongue. We're gonna roar. 2 more times, you got it. Breathing in, reach and stretch those arms up. Breathe it out, let it roar. 1 more time, breathe in. Breathe it out. Awesome. So a lion's breath, it's an energizing breath. It's also a cleansing breath. So it's a great breath that you can do no matter where you go. So now you're going to take it to a child's pose. I also call this rock pose, or it also kind of looks like a turtle. You can call the shapes different names. So that's another thing you'll notice as you further your yoga practice. Even with the materials that we use, from books to flashcards, it might look like the same shape, but the author, the person who wrote the book or the material, might call it something different. So again, you can make it yours, make it your practice. So one simple way to do our child's pose is to simply have our knees together, arms by our side, head to the ground. Nice and simple turtle pose, breathing in and breathing out. Another way you can do child's pose, have your knees apart, reach and stretch your arms forward, head to the ground. You can also turn it into more of a puppy dog pose. You can curl your toes and then tent your fingertips. And again, your head rests on the ground, breathing in and breathing out. So for the next 5 deep breaths, create your own child's pose that feels best for you, connecting our head to our heart so we can lead with love. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Nice and slowly from our child's pose, as we slowly start to come up just like this, we're going to take it to our breath of joy, which is also known as the firework breath. So what you're going to do as you breathe in, you're going to open up your arms, reach and stretch your arms out, and breathe out. We're going to go, ah, just like that, like the fireworks. So breathing in, breathing out, ah, another cleansing breath. Breathing in, breathing out, ah. 3 more times. Breathing in, breathing out, ah. Breathing in, breathing out, ah. Breathing in, breathing out, ah. 1 more time. Breathing in, breathing out, ah. And then we'll soak that up once again in a child's pose. Notice how you feel. This is a way we can practice self-awareness. It also helps us with self-management. So just notice how you feel. Once again, staying here for 5 nice deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Slowly from our turtle pose, we are going to slither onto our belly. So you're going to stretch out onto your belly. You're going to prop up onto your elbows as you breathe in and breathe out here in our Sphinx pose. Breathing in and breathing out. Now on our next breath, we're going to turn into a cobra. So we want to bring our palms underneath our shoulders, tuck our elbows in, breathe in and share our shine. This is our low cobra pose. Or to make it a high cobra, upward facing dog, we're going to bring the tops of our feet to the ground. Breathe in and lift our thighs up as we come to our upward facing dog or our high cobra. Breathing in, sharing our shine. And then we'll all come back down. We'll take it to our crocodile pose, making a little pillow with your elbows. Bring your forehead to your pillow as you breathe in and breathe out. Feeling nice and calm and cool here. And notice your belly rise and fall on the ground. Feel that connection of our breath. Remember connecting our breath to the movement. Breathing in, breathing out. And then nice and gently from our crocodile pose, once again, we're gonna bring our hands underneath our shoulders. We're going to come to our hands and knees pose, tabletop, so palms are nice and wide. As we prepare for our downward facing dog, we're gonna curl our toes, lift our knees, and press it back to our downward dog. So it's okay if your heels don't fully touch the ground. You can lift your heels up. You can lift your heels down. You can reach and stretch one leg up to the sky, one leg down. Other side, reach and stretch one leg up, one leg down. And once again, make sure your palms are nice and wide as we breathe in and breathe out. Staying in our downward facing dog for 5 nice deep breaths. You can even move your toes from side to side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. From our downward dog, once again, we'll come back down to our tabletop pose. We're going to step our right foot forward. So we're coming into our crescent lunge, also known as our dragon pose. So my right foot's forward, my left knee is on the ground. And then I'm going to reach and stretch my arms up to the sky as I breathe in and breathe out. And just like before, when we were doing our spinal stretches, you could box your elbows, so you could frame out your head, you could box your elbows, you could clasp your hands behind you. Whatever feels good for you. Again, you could just reach and stretch those arms up to the sky. And then on our next breath, we're gonna bring our hands to the ground. Keep your left hand on the ground, reach and stretch your right arm up. We're gonna come to a twist, breathing in, twisting dragon, breathing out. You could stay here with your knee on the ground, or you could curl your back toes, lift your knee up. You can also come to your crescent lunge this way, your choice. Come back down to center. And then you're gonna step your right foot back to meet the left. So you're back to your cat and cows. We're gonna do a little round of cat and cows from our tabletop. So you'll breathe in, drop the belly, look up. Drop the belly as you round the spine. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Good job, everyone. We're once again come back to our downward dog. Curl your toes, lift your knees, press it back, downward dog. From here, we're gonna add in a little core strengthening. This also helps our handwriting skills. So we're gonna go from our downward dog and take a deep breath, roll it forward to a high plank top of a push-up. Press it back to your downward dog. Roll it forward, high plank pose. Shoulders over, elbows over wrist, make sure you're looking forward. This is your plank pose. And again, maybe press it back to your downward dog. So we're creating that wave, just like the green wave as we breathe in. And breathe out. And if you really want to challenge yourself, from your downward dog, we can turn into a dolphin. We can bring our elbows to the ground. This is our dolphin pose. You can stay here for a few deep breaths, or if you want to go from your dolphin to your dolphin plank, you can do that as well. So whatever floats your boat, whatever feels good for you. This again works our core strength, strong body, strong mind. We're not just long branch, we are strong branch. And then from wherever you are, we'll come back down to our tabletop pose. Rock those hips from side to side. And another nice wrist stretch is to turn your one hand at a time towards you. And then you can move forward, move back. This stretches out our wrists. And then turn it back to center, and then turn the other wrist. As you breathe in, move it forward, move it back, and this stretches our wrist out. From our tabletop pose, we're going to step our left foot forward, right knee stays to the ground, crescent lunge, dragon pose. Breathe in, reach and stretch those hands up to the sky. Or again, you could box your elbows to frame out your head, whatever feels good for you. You can clasp your hands behind you. Whatever feels good for you. Breathing in. Breathing out, open your heart, feel your beautiful sunshine.
You can even add in a lion's breath and, you know, be more like a dragon. So you can go just like that. And then we're going to add in our twist. You're going to take your right hand to your left foot, reach and stretch that left arm to the sky as you breathe in and breathe out. And again, you can curl your toes to lift your knee if you wanted to add a little bit more of a challenge to your twisting dragon as you breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful, everyone. And then we'll come back down to our tabletop. Once again, you can rock your hips from side to side. And once again, we'll sit back in our child's pose. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. We'll stay here for 5 more nice deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. From our child's pose, we're going to slowly come to our standing poses. We're going to, once again, take it one step at a time, one breath at a time. From our child's pose, roll back to your tabletop pose. Make sure those palms are nice and wide. Once again, downward dog, curl those toes, lift those knees, press it back, downward facing dog. And then nice and slowly on your next breath, you're gonna walk your feet up to your hands to come to forward fold. So you're gonna forward fold, bend your knees as much as you need to. You can rock your arms. Once again, box the elbows, whatever feels good for you. Sway from side to side, breathing in, breathing out. And then we are slowly going to rise up to stand in our mountain pose. So here we are, swinging those arms as we slowly come to stand in our mountain pose. So with mountain pose, our feet meet together a little bit apart, arms by our side, breathing in, breathing out. Let's come back to our 5-2-5 heart breath. So rub your hands together for a moment. Bring your hands to your hearts. Breathe into the count of 5. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. Breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, inhale, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale, breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful job. Bring your arms by your side. Take a moment. Notice how you feel. Right, again, coming back to our body, coming back to our breath, feeling our feet in the earth, feeling that connection. That will help us to feel more strong and more calm. From our mountain pose, we're going to reach and stretch those arms up to the sky for our standing candy cane. Reach and stretch over to one side. This could be your standing candy cane. Again, you can reach for your wrist and gently guide it over, whatever feels good for you. And if you wanted a little bit more of a stretch, you'll take your one leg behind the other leg. So depending on what side, I have my right leg because I'm stretching towards the left, whatever feels good for you. Come back through to center, breathe, reach and stretch those arms up. Candy cane other side, reaching and stretching. Maybe you reach for your wrist. Maybe you box your elbows, that's another choice too. Or you take your other leg, so I have my left leg behind my right, to add in another stripe on the candy cane. Good job, everyone. And then we'll all breathe in, reach those arms back up. Come back to your mountain pose. All right, the next 2 movements that we're gonna learn strengthens our brain power. It crosses the midline of our brain. This is great when we're studying, when we need a little boost of energy. This helps us to focus better. So the first way to do this is starting with our shining star pose. So I move my feet apart, reach and stretch my arms out. Take a moment, wiggle your fingers, show your shine. And we're gonna take our right hand to our left toes, come back to center, left hand to your right toes. Connect the breath to your movement, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing
in and breathing out, breathing in and breathing out. We'll do it one more time to each side. Again, this supports us with our learning, and then we'll come back to our shining star and back to our mountain pose. Another way you can do this in a standing bear crawl is you're going to take your elbow to your knee. So if it's my right elbow to my left knee, come back to center, left elbow, right knee. So I can breathe in and breathe out. I could also reach and kick my leg out if I wanted to too. Whatever feels good for you. Elbow to knee, breathing in, breathing out. So again, you can do this right at your desk, in your living room, at your kitchen table, outside at the playground, at the beach, at the pool, wherever you go. If you need a little boost of energy, you have everything you need to be your best self. You don't need a yoga mat. You don't need any prop. You have yourself. Beautiful job, everyone. Come back to your mountain pose. Beautiful. All right, we're going to learn some more standing poses. So we're going to come back to our shining star pose. And I'm going to turn my left toes towards the left, bend my knee, and I'm in my warrior two. So I'm going to look right over my left fingertips as I breathe in and breathe out. It's kind of like I'm surfing, snowboarding, or skateboarding. Finding your strength, finding your balance here, breathing in and breathing out. Get strong in your feet. And then on your next breath, we're going to take it to a triangle pose. I'm going to straighten out my left knee, hinge over my hips, reach for my knee, reach my right arm up to the sky in my triangle pose. Breathing in, breathing out. On my next breath, I'm going to fly back to my warrior two, the same pose we were just in a moment ago. From our warrior two, we're going to take it to our peaceful warrior. So I'm going to reach my right arm down, left arm up, breathing in, breathing out. Peaceful warrior. Fly back to your warrior two. Take your left elbow to your left knee, reach and stretch that right arm over the sky for your side angle pose. And you're welcome to create this into the rainbow. Breathing in, breathing out. Connect the breath to the movement if you'd like to. Maybe you create something totally different. Again, move like you, breathe like you. And then we'll all fly back to our warrior two. Turn your toes, come back to your shining star pose, parallel the feet. We're going to take a wide-legged forward fold. Reach and stretch. You can, again, shake the arms from side to side. You can box the elbows. You can even come into a different kind of downward dog. You can have your hands to the ground. So lots of different choices here. And then once again, walk your hands back through the center, rise up into your shining star pose. Whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So now I'm going to turn my right toes, bend my right knee, looking over my right fingertips, nice and strong, warrior two. Breathing in, getting strong in my feet. And again, one side can be totally different than the other, but just breathe into it. Feel your strength, feel your power. You got this. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. From here, we're going to straighten out our right knee. Preparing for a triangle. Hinge at your hips. Reach for that ankle, the shin, and reach and stretch your other arm up to the sky. Again, open your heart. Feel your full potential. You can do anything you set your mind to as you breathe in. And breathe out in your triangle pose. And then fly back to your warrior two. Take a breath here. We're going to flip it back. Peaceful warrior. Left hand reaches down the left leg. Right arm reaches to the sky. And feel that nice side body stretch, opening up the lungs. Fly back to warrior two. For our side angle, right elbow can rest on your right knee. Left arm up and over and spin the heart open, breathing in and breathing out. And once again here, you're welcome to play with it. Flying from your peaceful warrior to your side angle. I think it looks like a rainbow. Maybe you call it something different. Whatever works best for you. Move like you, breathe like you. Share your shine. Breathing in, breathing out. We'll all fly back to our warrior two. Straighten out the leg, parallel the feet. So we're back to our shining star. And now back to our mountain pose. Let's come back to our heart breath. So put those hands together. Bring your hands to your heart. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 1, 2. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Now we're going to learn a few balancing poses. Again, you can do this anywhere you are. No props are needed. So to start in a tree pose, we're going to begin in a mountain. And tree pose can be simply just lifting one foot up. So I have my left foot lifted. Keep your eyes on something that's not moving. So look at something on the ground, something on the wall. Hold on to the wall, the chair, the desk, a family member. This could start out as your tree. Or you could put your foot below your knee. Maybe your branches reach to the sky. Maybe they're out wide. Maybe they're a cactus tree. Maybe they're holding onto your hips for a little bit more support. You could also put your foot above your knee. So press your foot just as much as your leg is pressing into your foot. And again, your choice how you grow your branches. But wherever you are, find your strength, find your stability, find your balance. And remember, there's so many different types of trees. So be your own tree. You can add in mudras, yoga of the hands. So maybe you're a flower in the tree. So you take your thumb and your pinky finger together. Maybe that's your flower. Maybe the flower's over your head. Maybe you're more of a diamond, bringing all of your fingertips together. Again, it could be over your head. It could be at your heart. Whatever feels good for you. And then we'll shake that side out. Let it all go. And remember, this is a yoga practice, not a yoga perfect. So your body changes every day. It's totally okay if one day it feels great and the next day you're falling over, right? That's okay. Come back to center. Let's do the other side. So once again, now I'm going to use my right leg. My left leg is my strong standing leg. I can just lift my right foot up. Maybe that's my tree today. I can have my foot below my knee. And my toes could even be on the ground, like a kickstand on a bike. It could be a kickstand tree below your knee. Or you can bring your foot higher than your knee. You just want to be careful of your knee joints. We don't really want to press our foot on our knee. And then maybe your hands are on your hips if you feel more balanced that way. Maybe they're to the sky. Maybe you box your elbows. Maybe you turn into that candy cane as we did those shapes earlier today. Or again, maybe you create your own mudra. Whatever feels good for you. Or maybe you're practicing with a family member. Teamwork makes the dream work. You can hold hands. Or again, hold on to the wall, the chair, something for support. This not only strengthens our body, but this also strengthens our mind. This is really good for our focus. And then we'll come back down, shake it out, let it all go. We'll learn one more balancing pose before we take it on down. We're going to learn our warrior three, also known as airplane. So again, I'm going to start in my mountain pose. My arms can reach out wide like the wings of a bird or a plane. And then I'm going to lift one foot up. And it's just like I'm pressing my foot on a wall. Maybe this is my warrior three. Maybe my arms are by my side. Maybe they're reaching forward. They could come to my heart. I could hold on to someone or something. They could also come to the ground. So whatever feels good for you here in your airplane pose. Warrior three. Take flight. You never know what you can do until you try. And then we'll come back to our mountain. Shake it out, let it all go. Let's try that now on our other side. So come back to that mountain. Breathe in, reach those arms out wide, and you're gonna lift off that other leg. It might be totally different. Flex through those toes, whatever feels good for you. Reach and stretch those arms out wide, by your side, to your heart, to the ground. Breathing in, breathing out. Awesome job, everyone. And if you want a little balance challenge to work on, challenge yourself from going from the tree to the airplane. So maybe you start out in your tree and then you reach and stretch into your airplane, or your airplane to your tree. So you can also connect the balancing poses together. So good job, everyone. We're going to start to take it down. So coming back down to the ground, we're going to come on to our back. So lay down, give yourself a hug, turtle pose on our back, and you can gently rock from side to side. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. On your next breath, we're going to turn into a pretzel. So we're going to reach and stretch our arms out wide like the letter T. Keeping our knees glued together, we're going to bring them all the way over to the left. And then we're going to look right over our right shoulder as we breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in, cooling down the body, cooling down the mind. Come back to center. Once again, whatever we do to one side, we're going to do to the other. So keeping, once again, your knees glued, arms wide like the letter T. We're going to bring our knees all the way over to the right side as we look over our left shoulder, as we breathe in and breathe out. So whenever we twist, our body is like a sponge. So we're rinsing out all the things we no longer need. So clearing out any clouds in the way of our mind, so our inner sun can shine. And it's okay if we have those clouds, but the sun always shines even on a cloudy day. There's still that light that still shines. Come back through to center. Once again, you can rock your knees from side to side. We're going to come to a simple jellyfish pose. So arms by your side, reach and stretch your legs up to the sky like capital letter L. You can make some little circles with your ankles if that feels good for you. Or you can stay in stillness here. This flips our blood flow. This again calms and cools our body really good for the summertime when it's really hot outside. This is also a good pose right before you go to sleep at night. It helps to calm down our body. So if you've been up studying or watching too much TV, it helps to calm and quiet the body and the mind in our simple jellyfish pose. Breathing in. You're welcome to close your eyes if you'd like. Breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And then on your next breath, you're going to give yourself one more hug as you gently rock from side to side. And then nice and gently ending with our little yoga nap, our final relaxation. You can bring your feet all the way to the ground. So you're flat like a pancake. And tuning back to our breath, as our breath is our power. You're welcome to close your eyes or keep them open. And we'll practice our 5-2-5 breath on our back. So again, you can close your eyes. You could have your both hands on your belly. You could have both hands on your heart, or one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Your choice. So breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2. Breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2. Breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale, breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a few more moments. Go at your own pace. You are your own teacher. So allow the breath to be your guide as you count to 5. Hold your breath for 2 breaths, and then exhale, counting again out to 5. So just notice how you feel. You can count it out loud. You can count that in your head. You could use your hands to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. Whatever feels good for you. Feeling the support of the earth beneath you. Belly is going up. Belly is going down. Breathe in. Breathing out. Stay here for 5 more nice deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, everyone. Just take a moment, closing your eyes, noticing how you feel. So taking a one-word check-in. How do I feel right now? And we're going to write down that word in our Jamboard. We can also write it in our Google Classroom, but the link to the Jamboard is in our Google Classroom. The one-word check-in, so important to see how this whole practice made you feel. So maybe this made you feel happy, tired, hungry. That's okay if it made you feel angry too. That's a real valid feeling as well. But just notice, how did it make you feel? One word to describe how it made you feel. And breathing out. And then nice and slowly, you're gonna hug your knees. Give yourself a squeeze, thanking yourself for showing up today for your practice. And then we're slowly gonna roll over to one side as we come back to a comfortable seat. Yoga's like a circle. We end how we began. And we're gonna learn our little mudra with a mantra, positive word or phrase. We're gonna say, I am peaceful, connecting each word to our thumb. So we're gonna go, I am peaceful, just like that. I am peaceful. I am peaceful. One more time. I am peaceful. So remembering you have everything you need to be your best self. You always have your breath. You always have your body to create that movement. Let's all take a nice deep breath, breathing in, breathing out. Go green wave. Namaste.